Hello everyone. I want to stream today about the AI, or they call it ChatGPT. And recently I asked ChatGPT to write my story, and it wrote the following. I just gave it some details about my life, and it wrote very nice writing about my life. So I'm gonna read that today. I didn't record videos for a long time, and I am back again creating videos. Or making streams as well, because I was kind of sick a little bit, tired of everything, but now I'm back and I will be creating videos again. Oh, okay, so now it's good. And let me read my story. I don't know how you hear me. I don't know if anyone will watch, because 9 days I didn't create anything, but I will just read it and it will be recorded. By the way, I can check the sound since I don't see people. And oh, already 3 people watching. Nice. Hello everyone. By the way, I can check the sound. Yeah, the sound is perfect. So here we go. It's just a short stream because I need to recover to start creating again. I wanted to create a video, but I thought it's better to make it as a stream, because in a stream I don't have to edit and it will stay. And in the recording it will take me a lot of time, because we are now preparing to leave the country. Yeah. So the title called Journey of Two Words, an Algerian-Russian Odyssey. Chapter 1. Roots in Two Lands. In a quiet town on the Mediterranean coast of Algeria, a child was born into a world of his name was Amir. By the way, he called me like it called me automatically Amir. It was funny. Amir is kind of a popular name in Algeria, but I have a subscriber with the name of Amir who is helping me, and here it gives me that name. And he was the product of love story that bridged two continents. His mother, Irina. My mother is not Irina. My mother is Svetlana. His mother, Irina, was a fair-skinned, blue-eyed Russian woman. About blue eye, he didn't miss. While his father, Ahmed, and for some reason, it gives me the same name of my father, like the real name, was proud Algerian with a deep connection to his North African heritage. Amir's childhood was a tapestry woven from the threads of these two distinct cultures. He spent his early years in Algeria, where he learned to speak both Arabic and French. At the age of 9, a pivotal moment in his life occurred when his family decided to move to Russia. Okay, just make it bigger. Okay. A new beginning in Russia. Next chapter. Russia was a stark contrast to the warm, sandy landscape of Algeria. Emir arrived in the midst of winter where the snow-covered streets and the Cyrillic alphabet were entirely foreigner to him. But Emir was a quick learner. He immersed himself in Russian culture and language, attending school and making new friends. Hello, Michael. What's up? His time in Russia was a period of growth and adaptation. He mastered the Russian language, but he never forget the Arabic and French, and he had learned in Algeria. Despite his father's concerns that he might never return to Algeria, Emir was determined to embrace both his Algerian and Russian roots. Chapter 3. Return to Algeria. When Emir, it's me, it called me Emir. When Emir turned 13, his father decided it was time to return to Algeria. Ahmed worried that his son was becoming too attached to Russia, and he wanted him to reconnect with his Algerian heritage. Reluctantly, I don't know what's this word, Emir left behind his life in Russia and returned to Algeria. In Algeria, Emir had to reacquaint himself with Arabic and French. His father was strict, discouraging him from speaking Russian, out of fear that he might leave again. Despite the challenges, Emir persevered and finished his education in Algeria. So the Russian language was also always, kind of, I don't know, better to not speak it. Yeah, crazy. A dream deferred. Emir's heart still longed for Russia, and he dreamed of returning to the land where he had spent his formative years. But he knew that achieving this dream would not be easy. He resolved to work hard and save money for the day when he could return to Russia for good. Years turned into a decade, and Emir potentially waited for his chance to return. Finally, at the age of 25, he decided the time was right to pursue his dream. Yeah, Russia was like a dream for me, like 12 years living in Algeria. It was like a boring life there. A new life in Russia. Back in Russia, I enrolled in a university to extend his visa. He was determined to make this return permanent. He met and fell in love with a fellow student named Elena. So he called Sasha Elena. And they married, securing his path to Russian citizenship. Okay, chapter 6. War and departure. Just as Emir and Elena started building their life together and welcomed their first child into the world, the geopolitical landscape shifted. Conflict erupted between Russia and Ukraine, and Emir found himself in a difficult position. The Russian government began conscripting men for the war effort. Emir faced a heartbreaking decision. Fearing for his family, safety, and well-being, he had to leave Russia once again, leaving behind everything he had worked so hard to achieve. Thank you. I am trying my best. Chapter 7. Searching for a new home. Emir's journey took him to Dubai, where he hoped to find work and stability. However, the high cost of living in the city proved to be a challenge for his growing family. Next, they tried to obtain residence in Turkey, but the government policies had changed, making it difficult for Russians to settle there. Desperate to find a place where they could rebuild their lives, Amir and his family made the unlikely choice of moving to Sri Lanka. We have a train here. It will be loud. So we are leaving Sri Lanka in how many days? Like about a week. After a week, we're gonna leave. A tropical island thousands of miles away from both Algeria and Russia. Chapter 8. Living in limbo. In Sri Lanka, Amir and his family, Amir, it's me, this AI called me like this, and his family faced the challenges of obtaining visa and adjusting to a completely different culture. They struggled to make ends meet and had to constantly extend their visas, incurring expenses they could ill afford. Hello, international talents. Despite the difficulties, Amir remained determined to find a better future for his family, a place where Russians were not heavily sanctioned, and where they could build a life filled with stability and promise. Hello, Alison. A hopeful tomorrow. As Amir family continues to navigate the uncertain waters of life in Sri Lanka, they hold on to their dreams of finding a new home, a place where they can secure a brighter future for their child. Their journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of love and family in the face of adversity. The story of Amir, that means me, the Algerian Russian, is a tale of a life lived in the crossroads of two worlds, marked by perseverance, sacrifice, and the unwavering belief that home is where the heart is. Yeah, so this is little, I'd say, like a book written about me by this AI ChatGPT, where I just, gave it a few words about me, and it wrote all that about me. Yeah, it was nice. That's the story. I think, if there is nothing else to say, no other questions. Oh, 13 minutes only. Like maybe this will be the shortest stream ever. Hello. Yeah, I thought it's late to stream now. I thought people are already sleeping. Yeah, but from what I checked, like it's not time in US. It's not that late. Like about 8, 9. It's not that late. It's okay. Yeah, it has room for much additions, but it's just a short story. Maybe here it could write a better story if I upgrade this chat. Yeah, but it depends also how much money how much information you give to this ChatGPT. Here you can write me a book about, let's say, a man who wanted to live in Earth without borders and no wars and with fair distribution of wealth, not being controlled by anyone or anything, where the rights are respected and the human lives are valued and the talents are supported. Look at that. Opa. And let's try. Let's see what he will write. Write a book. A book. Not a book, like a little bit. And it's writing automatically. I mean, just give him some details. Let me try to read this again. I mean, I read my story in the beginning. Last night I went to Fair Bridge. So, I mean, those are the ideas that I have. He even gives a name to the book, and Bounded Dreams, Journey to the World Without Borders. The Visionary, Chapter 1. In a small, unassuming town nestled between rolling hills and a serene river lived a man named Daniel. Daniel. He was an ordinary man with an extraordinary dream, a dream of a world without borders, where wars were nothing but history, wealth was shared fairly, and freedom was truly free, truly free. For years, Daniel has harbored this vision in his heart, and he could keep it contained any longer. Chapter 2. The Awakening. One crisp autumn evening, while sitting by the river, Daniel had a revelation. He realized that to make his dream a reality, he could wait for someone else to take actions. He had to be the change he wanted to see in the world. Inspired by this epiphany, he decided to embark on a remarkable journey. Chapter 3. The Gathering. Daniel began traveling the world, seeking out like-minded individuals who shared his vision. From bustling cities to remote villages, he met people who longed for a world of unity, peace, and equality. They gathered around campfires and in community centers, discussing ideas, sharing stories, and forming a global network of dreams. Auroras. Yeah, I think it's far. It's in the middle, I mean, in tropical countries. The blueprint. As the group grew, they developed a blueprint for their ideal society. They envisioned a world without physical borders, where people could move freely, respecting the earth as their shared home. They designed a system to ensure fair distribution of wealth, eliminating poverty and hunger, and they crafted laws that upheld human rights, valuing each life as sacred and promoting the cultivation of talents. Yeah, it makes nice stories. The challenges. Creating a world without borders was and inequally was not without its challenges. Governments and powerful entities resisted to change, fearing the loss of control. The group faced opposition, but they were determined to persevere. 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 I don't know. They know that their vision was worth the struggle. The uprising. I mean, even didn't say a word about the revolution, but the uprising. The movement grew, gaining followers from all walks of life. Protests and demonstrations swept across the globe, demanding change. People were no longer willing to accept a world divided by borders and plagued by conflict. Governments were forced to listen as the voice of the people became too loud to ignore. The transition. With the moment of their movement, the group negotiated with governments to dismantle borders, reduce military spending, and redistribute wealth. It was a challenging process, but the world has changed. People began to understand that their survival depended on cooperation, not competition. That people began to understand that their survival depended on cooperation, but not competition. The new world. As the world transitioned into the vision Daniel had dreamed of, people experienced the true meaning of freedom. They traveled without restrictions, poverty became a relic of the past, and human rights were upheld. Communities flourished as talents were nurtured and supported, leading to an unpredicted advancement in science, art, and technology. Thank you, Dan. I still need to improve. The legacy. Daniel and his fellow dreamers had achieved the impossible. Their legacy was a world where humanity had transcended to limitations of borders, war, and inequality. It was a world where the right of every individual were cherished, and the value of every life was recognized. The future. In the end, it was not one man, but the collective dreams and actions of many that had changed the course of history. The world had become a place where love, compassion, and cooperation reigned supreme. Reigned supreme. It was a testament of the power of vision, unity, and the belief that a better world was not just a dream, but a reality waiting to be created. And Unbounded Dreams is a story of hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief of world without borders. Wars and inequity is not an impossible dream, but a destiny waiting to be fulfilled. Daniel and his fellow dreams showed that when people come together with a shared vision, they can change the world for the better. Their story serves as an inspiration for generations to come, and a reminder that the power to create a bridge future lies within each of us. Yeah. Yes, you see, I mean, how it writes stories. A way that shows care and conscientious in one work of duty. He spends his nights diligently working on his dissertation. Diligently. Yeah. Yeah, so he has how it writes good, not books, but good text. You just give him, even if someone doesn't write, I mean, good English, doesn't have good English, they can just write here, I don't know, anything with mistakes. And it can give a lot of enough interesting story, even without paying. Yeah, so I think that's it for this stream. I just wanted to people to read this story because I didn't create videos for a long time already, like, I mean, 9 days. I wasn't in the mood, and when I saw like the number of views or so, like, I mean, it was like
Hi.
not motivational for me. Like, even now, like, we have streams and we have 4 people watching. It's a joke, but but what we have to do. I am not satisfying the algorithm of YouTube, not supporting the narrative or something like that. I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, I will keep making videos anyway. I will keep yeah, thank you, Dan. I will keep informing you about our updates and what's going on with us, because we are leaving now Sri Lanka, and I will create a video after this stream. I wanted to make a video about this AI, but I don't have time to edit now, and I will just create a video about leaving Sri Lanka. Usually when you create anything about with the word leaving Russia, leaving Turkey, leaving Sri Lanka, you get some views. Yeah, so I will do that as well. And see you in yeah, consistency, of course. Yeah, and see you in my next videos and our next dreams and the next country that may surprise you. I will not tell about this until we will be there. It will be maybe somehow better for the for the views, for I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you in my next videos, and goodbye. Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much.